Welcome to Safe Trader. This is Arvind. Um, and this is going to be a big day for us. So I would like to give you a few notes about our budget trading day. So what are the precautions that we would like to follow? And obviously how we need to trade on the budget day. So those are the main important topics that we would like to cover. So I would request you and urge you to take a clear note of what we are going to talk about. So that will help us in reducing losses and increasing profits. Okay, चलो हम शुरू करते हैं. Welcome back. And before I start off, if you are new to this channel and if you are watching the video for the first time, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends for better reach. Okay, so let's get to the topic. Before we proceed, I would like you to understand the situation that has been in the market for past few days. So if you actually look at for past few days, there was a huge fall of Nifty, and then there is some kind of consolidation, and then was trying to take a reversal. And this is the trend line. It is trying to respect for past 3 days and trying to form highs. Okay. So, and what does this basically mean for us? It is trying to, every day it is trying to cross or breach yesterday's high. Since 3 days, it has broken um, 27th high on 28th high was broken 31st. So similarly, it was trying to break on. Every day there has been a breach of previous day's high. It is trying to build some kind of volume. However, we need to understand that every day there has been a huge selling of FIIs. Okay, and due to this, there has been a fall every day, mostly during the second of the day. We have seen a lot of downfall, and there is a huge selling by FIIs. Except today, okay, today there is a kind of rift between FIIs and DIS, because almost similar crores of um, shares have been sold and bought between FII and DIS, so which we will talk about. Now, the main focus for us here, what is the importance of having a budget trade today? Now, so many might have been telling you that we should follow a particular level of some 17,500. If it crosses this zone, then you take an entry, or if it falls below 17,000 or so, you take a put option. But I would say avoid following levels during budget day. Okay, tomorrow we don't follow levels. Okay, we don't follow levels. Budget day, anything can happen, because it is purely based on the news. It is not based on the levels. You might see some kind of up move, you might see some kind of downfall, but sometimes you might see a complete free fall. However, you know these rules don't apply on budget day. So I would strongly recommend to avoid following rules. Don't follow rules at all. Okay, so when I say rules, the level rules that we are talking about, so many might have been telling you that this is the complete resistance zone and this might be your complete support zone. So those things have to be avoided. For tomorrow, at least, we don't draw levels, because bank nifty or nifty both can be completely going up or completely take a reversal, or it can again go up or come down, or again go up, come down. So I would strongly suggest not to follow any levels of this sort. Now, what are we going to do if we don't follow levels? Let's look at that. Okay. Now, if you have something in mind to follow some kind of levels, my suggestion is to erase those ideas. So first rule, no levels. Okay. Now, how are we going to trade, or what is our idea of trading for tomorrow? So let's base our idea how the market is going to be for tomorrow based on some data that we have. Okay. For example, first of all, let's look at open interest data. Okay. So our first rule is no levels. Okay. At least I am not going to provide any levels, and I don't see a reason why we should follow levels on the budget day. Okay. Secondly, how are we going to make a decision based on different factors? Based on what factors we are going to make a decision? So first, decision making factor is going to be option chain for me, at least. Okay, so when I look at the option chain, okay, there are few calls that have been unwinding. Basically, there are option sellers who are unwinding their positions on the call side, and there has been some put writing that has been happening. Okay, so which brings me back to an idea that since there is a high call volume, high call open interest, okay, which indicates me that Nifty can be bearish because I see a high call volume and Nifty can be bearish based on open interest data. So now to strengthen my statement, I would like to go to the bottom of the page and show you the total open interest that has been built up or still open. Okay, so if you actually look at this now, total number of lots that have been written, okay, around 12 lakh lots. Here you see somewhere around 7 lakh. So if you look at the difference between call writing and put writing, there has been a huge difference. Okay, 7 lakhs and 12 lakhs of calls have been written on the call side, 7 lakh have been written on the put side, which basically brings us to a conclusion, or at least expectation wise brings us to a statement that you know most number of people, at least a lot of people, are expecting the Nifty to be bearish tomorrow. Okay, so this is one expectation that we can have. So open interest data is suggesting that Nifty can be bearish. So this is one important thing that we would like to catch. All right, so and what is our next factor that would help us to find out which one or the market will be bearish or bullish? So that is going to be FII or DII data. Okay, so let's look at that. So if you look at today's FII OI data, they are like, they must have been actually fighting with each other, FIIs and DIs. Okay, that is around 3,624 crores have been sold by FIIs. Okay, and 3,648 crores have been bought by DIs. It's a clear, uh, you know, war between FIIs and DIs. I would say, now they are trying to, DIs have been trying to withstand FIIs selling that has been happening for past few days. They have been selling in thousands and lakhs of shares in the past few days. So I think this is the only day when compared to the last few days where DIs have come closer to the FII selling. So I would say here it is going to be a neutral view on Nifty. Okay, so we have already checked open interest wise. Okay, Nifty is looking bearish. Okay, and if you look at FII data, that suggests us that it is going to be a neutral kind of thing. Or if tomorrow DIS take over, that is when you will see a strong up move. If FIS take over, then it is going to be huge fall, of course. Okay, and this is going to be our third factor to decide where the Nifty is going to be or the Bank Nifty is going to be tomorrow. Okay, next, if this is the case, why there has been a tug of war between these two DIS and FIS today. Okay, that's one important thing that I wanted to talk about because um, though there has been a huge selling around 3,624 crores by FIS, still the market is able to sustain its gains. Okay, so basically, if you actually look at bank sectors like Can Bank or Canara Bank, etc., so they have been gaining lot of volume and they are able to close in green today as well. So let's go to that. Let's go to that stock and check how this has performed today. Okay, so if you look at, see, this is what I have already suggested on my Telegram channel for all of you guys to buy this Canara Bank today and even yesterday and hold them for a few days. So because this has certainly given us a breakout here and is able to sustain above this level, and you see where it is now. It is around 250 to 95, which has hit a high of 254 points. So which is a huge move in Canara Bank, and there are other banks are also that were supporting. And if you actually look at IT stocks like Infosys, for example, so the IT stocks, they have been falling for past few days when there was a huge free fall in Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you look at, see this, almost like 1 day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 continuous days, it has given a wonderful and great fall it was. And after that, with a good volume, it is trying to take a reverse trend. So IT stocks were also trying to consolidate and trying to give us some kind of support for the market to move on the upper side. And if you look at, for Nifty, that there is something called Reliance, which actually provides a lot of volume to Nifty. And even Nifty has given a good volume today and has closed in a very good green volume, where Reliance has closed in green. So which basically gives us a view that when you look at the sector wise, except for um, HDFC Bank, etc., the other sectors have been very good to support banking sector as well as Nifty. So based on the sector wise, I would say this is bullish. So except for one or two sectors, rest of the sectors have been supporting Nifty and Bank Nifty. So we see a bullish momentum in there. So considering all these factors which would help us in taking a trade tomorrow. So OI data is suggesting us that the Nifty can be bearish. FI data is suggesting that it could be a neutral or it could be a volatile market tomorrow. And the sector wise, if you actually look at metal sector, IT sector, banking sector, etc., except for that PSU banks, you would see that every other sector is supporting us and helping us that it could be a bullish momentum. So what is the view that you can have now? Is that a bearish view, bullish view? I would say it is better we take neutral positions here. Do not take any hasty decisions and end up losing money. If you think you enter into a bearish momentum because OI data is showing you a bearish momentum, and if you end up seeing a bullish momentum, that is when you will lose money. And even if you invest in bullish momentum stocks or index, if it turns out to be bearish, you would end up losing money. But going by the history, okay, if you actually go by the history, now most of the times in the history, when there was a momentum on the one side in the morning hours, okay, for example, if Nifty um, has opened somewhere around 17,400, for example. So most of the times what happened was that it opens flat sometimes and goes up, suddenly gives a huge momentum and then takes a reverse trend. So this has happened most of the times during the budget times. So we want you to be very careful. So if you see that there is an upward momentum or downward momentum, do not ever think that this is going to be a trending market in the same direction. It can even take reversal and it can even take your profits out and you might end up losing all your capital. So planning your investment is very important tomorrow. If you are investing somewhere around 15,000 tomorrow for a buy opportunity, then you would try and get ready for the loss of some 5,000 rupees or so. So if you are ready for that kind of loss, then you enter a trade and do it. Otherwise, if you think, okay, if you enter into a particular trade and expect 20-30% of the profits and take a trade, that is when you are going to lose. So I would say avoid trading if you are only expecting profits. But if you are ready for some kind of loss, then you start trading. So in our Telegram channel, I have already provided that you can take 38,400 call and 37,600 put and hold them for tomorrow. This is what I think I updated in our Telegram channel. So based on this, you can hold them, and probably whoever has taken these positions, keep a target of 100%, okay, and your stop loss will be around 40%. If one of them is hit, you can hold the other leg. Basically, for example, if your target is hit on the other side, obviously if call is hit your target, and obviously your put will be somewhere around 10 rupees or 20 rupees or so. So I would urge you to hold them for some time, because of some kind of reversal might happen. So you can hold that, and if there is some kind of reversal up to some 100 rupees or so, then you can exit this leg as well, okay, so that you will at least have some 100 rupees of profit there. Or you can place a stop loss of 40% in case if there is a huge volatility and you may not be able to reach this 100% profit. At least you would be able to save your capital, and as I told you, you should be ready for the loss as well. So this is one kind of trade that you can plan. And going by the second plan, you can try spreads. The first one, as I said, you can try strangles or straddles. That should be fine based on your capital. Okay. But second strategy that I would like to talk about is spreads. If you look at maybe around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, around this zone, if you see that there is some kind of momentum that's coming in on the buy side, take a bull call spread. Okay, and then hold. Once you reach at least 5% of the profits, then you start trailing it. Okay, or if it is trying to move downwards, you can try bear put spread. Okay, this is one of the strategies that I would suggest you can take. And once you hit the profit of somewhere around 5%, then you can start trailing your profits. That is when, as long as it goes down, you try booking your profits and exit, because this is where, once it goes down after some time, it might take a reversal. We don't want to take that loss. So we want to exit as soon as possible if there is a reversal. Okay, this is one thing that we want you to hold on to. Okay, and the third one I would want you to try is some Batman strategy, which you can find it online YouTube. So you can actually watch any of those videos and plan your Batman strategy. And I would want you to wait at least for an hour or so after the market opens. That is when you take an entry. Otherwise, do not take an entry as soon as the market opens in the morning itself. Okay, that is what my humble suggestion is. Okay, and sometimes you can also follow straddle strategy that I was talking about. So if the market opens around 17,500, for example, and by 10 o'clock, if it is around 17,800, so first of all, I'm only guessing. So if this goes around 17,800, or it could be 17,600, for example, then you take a straddle position. You buy 17,600 call and also 17,600 put. So these two you can buy and hold them until the end of the day. And wherever you see some profits, for example, if call is hit somewhere around 100% profit for you, then you start booking. And if put reaches 100% profit, then you start booking here as well. Okay, so but if this is hit 100%, you may have to, you can still hold this position because it might reach some 10 rupees or 20 rupees, which is enough for you because you've already booked 100% profit, as I was talking about this in the bull call and bear put spread strategy. So once you reach this particular price, on the other side, wherever you see somewhere around 20-30 rupees, you can still hold on to them because there might be a chance of reversal in the market. So once you do this, you can wait for some profits like 100 rupees or 150, then you start booking the other leg as well. So you can earn on the both sides. But on safer side, if it reaches somewhere around 100% of profit, I would want you to exit that up position because we don't want you to wait for the reversal to happen and lose money. Okay, hope you are able to understand what we are trying to convey on the budget side. So do not follow levels. That is what we are trying to explain here. No levels. Secondly, based on the open interest, it is looking bearish. Okay, and based on the FII data, it is kind of neutral. Okay, at least today. So it can be different tomorrow. So, and fourth one, um, based on the stocks wise or sector wise, if you look at, it looks bullish because all the stocks have taken a reverse zone or reverse pattern have taken in most of the stocks at least. So that's going to be bullish. So instead of doing this, I would say if you are the one who would like to trade in swing trades, stocks are better this time. And if you are the one who would like to trade in index options, these are the strategies that I would like to suggest. Okay, either strangles or straddles, bull call spread or bear put spread, that can be tried. Or you can even try Batman strategy if you want to trade with less capital. Okay, or you can also try at the money call and put option to buy and hold them until you receive profits, and be ready for the minimum loss that you might want to expect. Okay, hope this video has been informative for you and this will help you in fetching your profits on the budget day. And if you like the content like this, please like the stream, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.